Hey y'all, it's been a while. Haven't made a video in a long time. Been really busy. Work, family life, and if you can see behind me, the garden. And in this video, I want to talk about your 3Ps, your ABCs, and food security. These are real important topics, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so I've done lots of videos on food preparation, how to store your food long term, how to store rice, pasta, beans. We have a freeze dryer. We talked about the garden before, and the 3Ps I want to talk about. I'm sure everybody's heard of the 7Ps. Prior proper planning prevents piss poor performance. Well, I just want to talk about the first three. Prior proper planning. And if you do it properly and you plan properly, you're going to be okay. There's lots of YouTube channels, and the sky is falling as far as prepping goes. Some of them saying they're right. Things are not good in any way, shape, or form. But I don't want to harp on that. I just want to harp on the other things I've harped about. Preparedness. Is it too late to start getting prepared? It's never too late to start getting stuff. So it's wintertime. It is November 6th today in Northeast Tennessee, and the temperature right now, my watch says it's 79 degrees. Got up to 82 here at my house. Not the kind of weather we want for muzzleloader season opening today, so kind of warm. And my wife and I, we were gonna plant in our garden for this fall and winter, put a crop in, but we decided we didn't want to do that just because of the warm weather we were supposed to have. We looked at a whole bunch of different long-range forecasts, and we made a decision that we were not going to plant things that were going to die off in the heat. And we're going to find, we had a few days of really, really cold winter weather where it got into the 20s. Then we got warm weather, and we haven't really had much cool weather at all. So what we did is we just worked on expanding our garden, making it better, making it bigger, so we can be better prepared for next season. Because I've done videos, other people have talked about it. Okay, so this is an insert in the video. I finished it, but I'm going to put a link to Palmetto Prepping. He's a Marnie out of South Carolina, and he did a video that kind of inspired me to talk about mine. And I'm going to put a link to that video that he did. And for people that have gardens, I am going to be fencing this thing up because we get lots of deer through here. They enjoyed my sweet potatoes last year, or this last growing season. They came back, everything grew back, and the potatoes came out good. But I'm going to put a link to that. Guy has some awesome videos, very helpful, and I want people to check him out. About it, our fertilizer is going to be tough to come by next year, so we expanded our garden, and we're using the Back to Eden method of gardening, and that's basically using wood chips from arborists in the area, and it has leaves in it, so it has the green and the brown that you need. And if you see behind me, I've expanded this out quite a bit, this garden back here. It used to be 8 by 10. We expanded it out this last growing season so we could do potatoes. We've never done potatoes, and they came out great. So we've expanded it even more, so it's a really big growing area. And this area over my shoulder right here, I got to get more wood chips in, and we're gonna make that another area. We're gonna expand it out. So we're gonna have a fruit section, we're gonna have a big potato section, and right over here up on this hill behind me, I'm gonna put 20 by 20 section, and I'm gonna put all the wood chips down. And I'm gonna put a link to Back to Eden Gardening, a couple YouTube channels on how to do the Back to Eden gardening. Hopefully I can get a link to wood chip. It's woodchip.com. And I think they're nationwide. It's just arborists, and you can get them for free, or you can donate $20, $40, $60, $80, and they'll drop off wood chips to your house. And you have to be able to take 22 yards of wood chips. So I've had 2 loads down so far. I'm going to get a third load, and I'm just going to grow up the wood chips. So this whole winter time, our garden's just going to be that soil underneath here, underneath the grass, which is red clay. I mean, it's already turning into nice dirt now. So hopefully we'll have some black gold underneath there. And what I've done is I just mowed my yard today, and I didn't use my riding lawnmower. I used my push mower so I could catch it. And I don't know if you can tell because I have this on cinematic, but I took leaves from our neighbor's yard back there because he has a bunch of trees where the leaves drop and they come into my yard, and I mow it, and I'm putting them on top of the wood chips because that's just more food for my garden. So that's the one section. There's going to be the other section with the corn that we're going to do. In this section right here is, we quadrupled it, and we have the original section up there that has the cinder block around it. And then on the side of the house, I'm doing a plot just for, because it doesn't get full sun, we're going to be growing our herbs over there. And I'm thinking underneath my son's trampoline, because he's not that heavy and I can go around the outer edge of it, I think I'm going to put lettuce in the springtime underneath there. So, you know, that's part of the food security, just because the price of diesel and everything is going to be outrageous. And, you know, if you can put a seed in the ground and grow it, and trust me, I say this all the time, if I can do it, you can do it. So I highly suggest you do that. I have a video from the Lotus Gardening. I'll try to put a link to that video in the comments section, and let me know what you think. If you think this is a waste of time, or if you're going to be growing your own, being more self-reliant, you know, self-dependent, because we have to be dependent on ourselves. And another area is we're going to be doing strawberries up over in this other area, and part of that area over there is going to be, we're going to have a lot of potatoes, we're going to put more blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries over there. And if you can see right there where my finger is, those are passion fruits. And they're actually doing pretty good. We're going to harvest them here pretty soon, probably at the end of this month. First year in, they grew really good, so we're really happy about that. And again, it's not a gardening channel. This is general preparedness. You know, again, be self-reliant. You know, I talked to a few friends, and they realize what's going on, and they're starting to get canned goods. And if you can do that, do that. You know, the canned goods aren't gonna go bad on you. There's a best buy date, expiration date. They're not gonna go bad. If it's not dented, dinged, bulging, leaking, weeping, you know, that food's gonna be good. If you can, I would get whatever canned meat you can get your proteins. I've talked about, I have videos on how to store pasta, how to store grains, you know, vacuum sealing them, storing them in a cool, dry, dark place. You know, this channel isn't about, hey, look what I got more crap than you got. No, this is about everybody being prepared, because if you've never done this and you start doing it, you go to the store and get extra 3 days worth of food, or an extra day's worth of food, and put it away. And then the next time you go, if you can get a couple days, you know, it just builds. It kind of goes exponentially. And next thing you know, you have 3 months, then you have 6 months, and then you have a year. And don't forget your water. I really think we're just one cyber attack away from really being in trouble as far as water and everything goes. Same thing with, you know, trucking. Look what they did with the pipeline 2 years ago, and we had fuel shortages. Gas stations around here were out of gas. So, you know, if you have the ability to store gas, put some preservatives in it and keep it on hand. That way you'll have gas in an emergency. You know, just again, this video is supposed to be food for thought. I don't want to put a video out that says, you know, Russia's doing this, Ukraine's doing that, North Korea, you know, whoever, Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Independent, whatever. In the end, nobody cares about you except your neighbors, your friends, and especially your family. So You know, I wanted to do a video on leadership, and I probably still will, but you know, a leader basically is going to set a good example. Not that I'm telling everybody to be a leader, but if you talk to a few people and you get them prepared in your family or in your neighborhood, you know, you're stepping up and taking action. It's a call to action, and you know, people will start asking you questions. And by you watching my channel, other channels, you know, you're gonna, and the more you do it, you're gonna start to realize, oh, I know what the heck I'm doing. And people will start asking you questions. Hey, what should I do about this? And if you don't know the answer, don't ever lie to people. Say, hey, I'm not sure, but let me find out for you if I can. And you know, that's real basic leadership. You know, you want to help people. You want to, you know, and there's people that are lone wolves that are going to absolutely say, oh, I'm just going to keep all my food and defend it, whatever. You know, I have neighbors around here that are, you know, that have food on hand, that have pews on hand, that have freedom seeds on hand, and we've all talked about if something got bad, how we could take care of ourselves in our neighborhood and take care of people that are, you know, have some elderly neighbors that we can take care of. And, you know, we get through this as a team, not as, you know, a single individual. And, you know, there's people that have given me flack about, you know, storing this or storing that, whatever. I'm doing what I'm doing. I've done it for a while. It's working out well for me. And I really encourage people, stay positive. Try not to look at all the crap that's going on in the world and think, you know, the sky is falling, even if it is falling. But if you have your food, if you have your water, and you have shelter, you're going to be okay. And in the intro of the video, I talked about the ABCs. And the ABCs for my wife and I are always be creative. When you're storing things, you're buying things, or repurposing things around your house. You know, there's things that you would normally look at as junk that you could literally, you know, use to store food. You can make things for the garden. You can use to store water in. There's a lot of stuff out there that can be repurposed and not thrown away. And by doing that, you're being creative. Always be creative. You know, people like to use the term think outside of the box. Well, I don't ever think outside the box because I try not to put myself in a box. I'm trying to always be creative with whatever we're doing. So, you know, just food for thought. I leave a comment, please, and let me know if you're doing gardening and if you have any tips or tricks I should pass on to people. This is super important that we, you know, start getting prepared now for next season. And if you can do that, I'd really appreciate it. And that's it, man. I'm not going to ramble anymore. Thanks for taking the time for watching this video. If you think it's helpful, please give me the thumbs up, like the button, or dislike it. You know, whatever we can do for the algorithm to help this channel. I know I haven't been making videos, and I apologize. Things have just been insane around the house and at work, you know, as usual with everybody else. So I'm going to really make an effort to try to put a couple videos out a week if I can. I was thinking about doing news videos, but I'm not sure if I want to do that because everything just seems to be negative. So if I can find some good, funny stuff, I'm going to put it out there, man. We all need some good relief. So again, thanks for watching this. Share and like the video. AV Prepping out.